So, hello everyone. Good evening. Listen, I gotta first begin by saying thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for the support of the show. Not sure why, but we just had some really amazing technical difficulties for what looked to be absolutely no reason, but hopefully we have everything under control and we're ready to begin. So I have a special guest for you. Well, a couple of things tonight, right? So Ra Khan, our co-host, won't be able to join us tonight because his throat got sore earlier. He lost his voice, so he's not going to be here. But we have our star, local and national author, Lameek Great, is going to be joining us. We're going to be talking this evening on a very recent episode of BMF. For you guys who don't know what that is, basically it's one of several series that is brought to us by nothing other than 50 Cent. Well, anyway, there was a very provocative sex scene in that particular episode. So we're going to be getting to the crux of it this evening as to whether or not it was just, a sexy depiction, or was it actually something different, something like exploitation of our men. So we're going to get to the crux of it. We're going to find out, and we want to know from the listening audience what you guys think. So just take your time, relax. If you don't have your popcorn and drink, grab it. And once we come back, we're going to begin. So let's get ready to blast off.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like this. Baby, you a heart stopper.
Woke up in my city, yeah, I feel like Big Papa. I feel like Big Papa.
Nah. You gotta go like this, and like this. Baby, you a heart stopper.
Okay, so as always, we always say stand up, Newark, stand up. And we have a Newark, our very own Newark resident author, Lameek Great. What's good?
Absolutely. Southwood legend. Please don't.
Okay. Say that. Now, look, Lameek, I can't help but to notice I see a sign of something in the background, and it looks very similar to a book that I have. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this book?
Oh, that's my first book, Unicorn Love, that I co-wrote with author Michelle Brantley.
Yes. So what inspired you to do a book, Lameek?
That book was in the making for years. I've been writing for years. It was time. That book was supposed to have been out 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So it was just time. And Ms. Brantley, she pushed the button. She made sure I got it done. She made sure I got busy because I be having a lot of stuff going on. But I guess I needed somebody like her to just push me, like, yo, you talented. And you gotta put it out there for the world to see. I ain't really want nobody to, it's different when you let your friends see it, you let your girls you talk to, they see it, they admire it, and they love it. But I ain't think the world would receive it and accept it the way that they did.
Yes, listen, I accept it. I'm behind you 110%.
Okay.
Like this book is great. I love you for just putting forth to do it. So much of our listening audience has a book inside of them, but like you just was saying, they don't have the time, or they didn't have another person to like really push them to achieve the goal. So the book is really comparative to this Big Meech episode recently. So I want you to tell me, yes, so Unicorn Love is the name of the book. If you haven't gotten it, guys,
please go get it. It's available on Amazon.
Yes, tell them where can they get this book from other than Amazon? Tell them all the information.
Books, Amazon, Kindle, it's on all platforms. Unicorn Love, written by Lameek Great and Michelle Brantley. I'm pretty sure now.
So I wouldn't be remiss to say that this book is very, very sensual. It's very, very raw. Lameek, what brings this content from you? I mean, like you didn't hold back in this book.
And I kind of did, but I'm saving that for the next book. That's going to be a little bit more personal. That's the book I think everybody waiting for. This
isn't personal?
It is, but I was being too nice. I wasn't as sexual, as raw as I'm gonna be in the next book. The next book is gonna be it's called Once in a Blue Rose.
Okay, the Once in the Blue Rose. I love that title. Oh my God, I love it. Listen, I just want to give you guys just a little quick snippet of a portion of the book. Some things I don't want to read because I want you to read it for yourself, but I'm going to read a little piece of this. White flag, a surrendering. I raise the white flag, I surrender. I want peace and pieces of you. Thoughts entangle, mingling in my mind, closely intertwined, intersecting at this junction. What's my purpose? What's my function? Pleasing, teasing, releasing, tantalized thoughts of you on top of me, thrusting. Okay, we're gonna stop right there. But you guys, listen, get Unicorn Love. It's absolutely amazing. It's very, very sensual, and it's written very artistically by our very own Lamik Gray. Now, Lamik, you're from Newark. Tell us about what area and what were some of your experiences growing up in Newark that maybe contributed to you writing this type of book.
Well, I'm from South 11th Street in Clinton Avenue. I grew up,
Right.
or graduated from Shabazz. Um, I've always been, I've always had this propensity for romance. I've always been in love with romance, the ideas and the ideals of romance. I've always been attracted to them. I'm more of a sensual person
Lamik,
than a sexual person. Yes.
your camera froze for some reason. Go out and come back in again. Once in the blue that happens, maybe if you go out and come right back in again. Okay, guys, so Lamik is going to rejoin us really quickly. I wanted to share with you an apology really quick for the reason why we're starting this show so late this evening is because they actually had
You
a
with me?
screening downtown. Really quick, I'm just gonna apologize real quick for starting the show so late because
Okay.
Lamik was ready and Rob really wanted to come on, but like I said, his throat was sick, he was hoarse. But downtown today is, for those of you true Norkers, today is the birthday of Akbar Prey, and you all know that it's Women's Month. And leading his legal team, I think it's like either 3 or 4 out of 5 women and as attorneys. And you know, there's this screening that happened downtown tonight at the library, I mean at the museum. Very informative, you know, just talked about the timeline when, you know, our men were being mass incarcerated. We're still dealing with the ramifications of that. And some of you may say, what does that have to do with women? Then you're crazy. You know, and anything that happens to our men definitely impacts us. And during Women's Month, we incorporate those things because they're important. And so me, thank you for coming right back on. I think you stopped at, help me out with.
Where I was from?
Yes, thank you, sweetheart.
Well, I'm from the South Ward, South 11th
Oh
Street,
boy.
860 South 11th Street in Clinton Avenue. That's where I was raised. Oh, don't tell me again.
No, you're here. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been writing these notes since I've been a child. I've been writing this stuff since I've been in Avon Avenue School.
Really?
Yeah, I have a few women that probably still got a few notes that I left them in the 8th grade, 7th grade. Yeah, I just was always,
Wow.
I guess, wanting to express myself differently
Right.
and trying to capture a woman's imagination. I don't know what it is, what it was about me was something, I don't know where it came from. I just
Right.
know I always wanted to seduce women. I didn't know if I was good at sex. I didn't know, because when you're younger, you watch porn and you see that you don't know if you're good at it, you don't know if you're great at it, but you know you want to excite this woman, you want to excite this young girl, you want to
And
bring.
me, you was thinking like this in elementary school?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. I had a bunch of girlfriends at Avon.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Shout it out for
I had a
Women's Month.
I had a bunch of girlfriends at Avon. They know, they can attest to it. Yeah, they can.
Wow. And you really had these types of feelings even in elementary school.
I think it started around it got real deep maybe in around 1987. I think I was about 11 years old.
Okay.
And that was my way to communicate with them. I would write letters, or I knew how to draw. I would draw a lot.
Right.
Anything just to grab or get their attention.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
And I was the only child. So my mother would always say, you got to go in the room. You're not going outside. You got to go in your room. And that's where my imagination would just go crazy. So
Oh.
it came out. Yeah, it worked well for me.
Okay, okay. So it worked into you becoming a national author, and we're so proud of you for doing that. But now I want to switch the pace just a little bit, and
Mhm.
I want to talk a little bit about this most recent BMF episode. And you know, everyone who doesn't know BMF, like I said earlier, is one of several series brought to us by 50 Cent. So proud of him, which he's also an author too. I don't know if many people knew that,
Oh,
because I don't know if I would have known it had I not seen my son reading his books. So I said, oh wow, okay, cool. So yeah, so what do you think about the content that 50 puts in his movies, Meek? Because that's our era.
this particular series, I believe that scene that y'all talking about,
Yeah.
because social media was, I didn't even know what was going on. My mother told me, you ain't see it? I said, no, I ain't see it. Everybody, she said,
Oh my God.
everybody online talking about Lil Meech. And I'm like, talking about Lil Meech for what? Just go watch it. And I watched it and I seen it. And I believe that 50 was brilliant in him inserting and infusing that particular scene for this day and time. It was needed.
Right.
I was at first I was bugging, but then I said, no, I see what 50 is an alpha male, and I see what he's trying to get across. And yeah, it was needed. It was needed for him to bring that feeling back of the superior man. I'm not gonna say masculine man, I'm gonna say the superior man. We needed it. We needed it to combat all these other images that we seen of young men painting their nails.
What a fascinating take
Um,
on it. I never considered that.
um, this is we at war right now, but 50 is the perfect person to combat this war, and I'm pretty sure that's why he infused that particular scene. And women needed it. You need that. You need to excite and have women enamored from seeing a man, as opposed to, now I heard it's a few other series that's on Netflix or cable television that involves man and man. Graphic. I mean, graphic. I haven't seen it, but I've heard. So when I say
Right.
it, I say, oh, I get it. I see what he's doing. And that was a real strong point, because I don't know if you remember, he's telling the story of Big Meech and them.
Right. Absolutely.
Magic City, and this was like the rise of the stripper culture. The stripper culture was coming up. It was on the rise, maybe in about, I'm gonna say 99, 2000, 2001. This when Meech and them started to take off, 2003, 2004.
Right.
Um, during this was the rise of the video vixen. Before that, it was guys rapping in front of buildings, 50 guys behind them. It wasn't a lot of, women. They come with this Magic City stripper culture, and it kind of took our culture, it kind of took our world by storm. It made soccer moms want to start dancing on poles. They start want to learn. They start buying these different clothes. I remember this vividly because I used to tell a lot of girls, y'all don't need this. Y'all bugging, like, what
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
eating with the video vixens, soccer moms. They learning how to strip. They learning how to dance. It was blowing my mind. But this was coming from Big Meech and them. They
Oh,
$200,000 in the club a night. They
wow.
doing this a night. Why wouldn't women want to be turned on to this? Or a lot of women from Jersey start going to Atlanta. A lot of women from Chicago going to Atlanta, Florida.
Really?
It was like a gold rush. Oh, absolutely. I
So
remember
I was in the wrong profession, me trying to be a teacher.
this.
Yeah, you got to tread lightly with that answer.
No. School teachers got good coochie too, but they couldn't compete on that.
Wait a minute. Okay, so you got to make it clear for me because this is not really my world. I'm of the understanding that strippers, just because you're a stripper, doesn't mean that you're having sex. Doesn't mean that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I believe. Well, I was always opposed to that.
Okay.
I was opposed to where I came from. We did it the traditional way. You want to meet a woman, get a name, get a number, call in a few days, take her out. They usurped that. That stopped.
Hmm.
And in that particular scene, you see it, and you see
Yeah.
it,
So
and you see his private parts.
So listen, we had a yes, and they went back after the scene kind of it came back to it. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. My first reaction was just like, and I had to think about it. I'm not a big TV person, you know what I mean? But I had to think about it. I don't recall seeing a man undressed in that way. Now with women, they show everything. There's nothing, no holds barred. That like everything they're showing as nothing that we have that hasn't been overexposed.
Oh no,
right?
no, it's
And so I believe that this is the first time that I actually saw a man really like his private part was the scene. It was the spot.
no,
And I'm gonna be honest. No, I'm just saying for me.
not the beginning of it.
But I'm just saying for me, because I'm not a big TV person. So I've never, I'm more like I fall asleep in books every night. I'm a more of a book person because I like to use my imagination. But I want to be honest. Like my first reaction was, oh, I like this. I like, you know what I compared it to? It's like when you go to the beach, all the women always have on bikinis and really, small. But the guys, they got on jeans. I'm like, yo, where the Speedos at? Like, like give us something to look at too. And so when I saw that, I was just like, wow. And then, but as I talked to other people,
it was
like, unfortunately, Ra's not on tonight. But Ra had, like, your opinion is dope. Like, I get it. But Ra had a totally different opinion. And like I said, he couldn't be on the night because he lost his voice. But I know the gist of his opinion was that we're going back to exploitation. When they're doing so much now, but now we're getting to the point of exploitation. Because a lot of people don't know historically. Black men were considered to be bucks. They called them bucks, and they would have them on a plantation where they were only there to have sex, where they were only there to impregnate the women slaves that were also purchased so that they can have a bigger population of slaves.
They know the black man is God. We was not only that, but that
break it down for us. What's your thoughts on this?
That's an important factor. So what's wrong with that? What is this exploitation thing? Nah, this is what we do. They know that shit is a weapon. Anybody listening to this right now, if you can hear my voice, go look up Frances Krause Weisling. Look her up. It should give you all the information you need to know on a black man and his private parts.
Break it down for us. So break it down a little further. See, everybody in our community knows Meek as the jokester, right? But we don't know, like, Meek is very.
They know I'm a nerd. No, the people that know me know I'm a nerd. They know I read. They know I study. They know I'm studious. I don't play no games.
You don't play no games, Meek?
That's what propelled me actually to write. When I used to be on the block back in 2000, 99, you remember the explosion of Coldest Winter Ever, Be More Careful.
I remember, yeah. That was one of my favorites. I told you I'm a book person.
Right. I would read these books.
Yeah.
I would tell my friends wouldn't read them. They didn't give a fuck about reading, but I would read these books and I would tell them what happened. So when they would meet women, they would front like they read the book and off of the information that I get.
Wow.
I still have all those books to this day. Michael Baisden read all his books.
Right.
I still have notes. I have a notebook, maybe this thick, like a dictionary of notes and scribes that I took from these books back then, 1997, 1998, and 1999. So I was about 20 years old.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. I was studying this. I think I probably was born to do this. I just was afraid because I don't like to give out a lot of information. I live in the shadows. I'm secretive about a lot of things.
Yeah, like me, you are like a real wealth of knowledge. See, me and you are friends, but we don't talk on that level. Like I like to talk about. Can you remind me just to break away from that for a second? You
Mhm.
told me a story once about breakfast. The guy who created was it sausage or breakfast or something?
Oh,
Yeah, but can you share that with us?
oh yeah, Edward Bernays. Again, this is
Bernays. That's right. That's right.
Edward
That was
Bernays. Yeah,
yeah.
influence and propaganda. We are influenced, and we live in an influenced culture right now.
Right.
That's one of my. If I meet a woman or I talk to a woman and they ask me what's something that you look for in a woman, that's
Right.
the important thing. A woman who can think for herself. If you
Right.
can create an original thought or be a free thinker, it's nothing better than that. You don't want a woman that's telling me, what her girlfriend told her, something she's seen on TV. We in this culture of people, everybody following everybody. We don't, certain men, most men are not going to be attracted to that. As soon as you hear it or you say something to me that sound like a meme that I just read, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Because
Wow.
sometimes I guess the tattoos and where I'm from, it
Yeah.
off. A lot of things it's just not attractive to me at all when it pertains to, in regards to women and being attracted to women. That's one of the greatest things. And Edward Bernays, I don't want to give up the story. I think they have to go look this man up.
Oh, come on, just give us a just speak. Gee whiz.
He was brilliant. He was the evil genius. He's the
So, so
he's the reason why we eat bacon and eggs and pancakes in the morning.
right,
Don't question anything. We just do it.
right,
So you think back in the 1940s and the 1950s, what did people eat for breakfast? They had toast and coffee. That
right.
was it. But then you have a company, Beech Nut, the baby food company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the baby food company sold pork. They was little porky pigs back then. So
Right,
got 1,000,000 pounds of bacon and they can't move it. So what do
right,
they contact him? We have to get rid of this bacon. He writes a letter and send it out to 5,000 doctors throughout the United States. Tell all y'all patients that in the morning when they wake up, they need to eat a big, hearty breakfast. That would
pay attention, ladies. Pay attention.
that yeah, a big hearty breakfast. So before this, it was coffee and toast. That's it.
Right,
Now he sent 5,000 doctors throughout the United States. He sent this letter to them. Now it goes from coffee and toast to bacon, eggs, pancakes, grits, and whatever else. Beech nut sell out. The pork, the stocks went crazy. They can't keep they killing pigs all day long now. The pork is out of this world. Bacon. And
right,
then people normally ate bacon as like a delicacy, like something at night. It wasn't important. Now it's a staple. Just from him. He did a few other brilliant things. That was just one of them. He said
right.
you have to emotionally attach to brands. So we're born BMW, Nike. This is while we in our mother wombs, we seeing this stuff. We come out the womb looking for labels, looking for
Right, right,
yeah, we influenced by so many different things. And this shit came from him. Go
right,
look,
right,
I think
right.
I'm go look him up. Edward Bernays. He had a
And it's important to understand how the media with so much propaganda leads to our demise, because when you think about it, a lot of the illnesses that are in the communities right now come from diet.
everything we watch is a commercial. Even BMF, that's a commercial. Everything, every movie is selling you something. Everything
Right,
you think you just entertained by, no, you're being educated. You're being entertained as well as edified by everything you watch. Everything you see on that television is selling you something. It's a
So yeah, so just to, and sorry to cut you off, friend. Just to get back to, you know, this BMF episode, you had a very interesting take on that, and I never thought about that. I'd like you to expound on that a little bit. You said that like this was like somewhat of a victory for men. Like, just break that down a little bit more. Like, that's like really like
absolutely. I mean, if I had the
different.
probably would, even though I'm kind of scared, but if I had the opportunity to be filmed in that particular scene, I would.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't. Don't. I might have a little scene coming. I might have a little something coming for the book. A little.
Not you in a scene in the book. Oh Lord.
Yes, I might have a little short commercial coming with. Yeah, not Big Meat, Big Meat. Yeah,
So,
Big
but
Mac.
what
Yeah.
is the takeaway? What is it that you want to? What is the message that you want to put out there through the scene, or that you think that came through this particular scene?
Well,
And do you think that message is important today, and why?
it's important because when you watch the series, not only did they give you that take on it, they also had other love scenes with the mother and the father. They had love making scenes. It was love making scenes in there, but not that particular scene. That was more for this day and time. That was more raunchy. You're not really gonna see that with man and woman. You've seen it with man and man. I'm telling Sheila, believe me, it's out there. Go on Netflix. There's a few series that you'll look up. You'll see men. P Valley.
Oh no. I see men with men.
Right.
What I was surprised at is that his entire everything was in that scene.
Oh, that
And
was beautiful. That's what y'all need. Y'all
listen, I'm not, I'm not anti
I
the
saw the
scene,
way
but
y'all was acting online. Y'all needed that. Y'all needed to see that and visualize that. Y'all can't be looking at a rose every other night. It's more, yeah. The rose.
why do you think that we need to see that as women? Like, it's Women's Month. Why do you think it's important that women see those types of scenes with men exposing themselves?
Let me ask you this: does size matter?
How is that relative?
This is what if he did that scene and he was small and he was 1 inch, would it have came across the same way?
1 inch meat, jeez.
2 inches hard. Some men 2-3 inches hard. But would you have said, "Oh my God, you seem like that shit moves you"?
Well, I mean, so I'm a healthy woman, right? So I mean, it was good. It was good
So,
television,
so
right? I'm going to be politically correct no matter what. I'm going to leave all the other stuff to you. But this is what I will say: I did enjoy watching it because
it was brief. I didn't
yeah,
even.
it was refreshing to see because I've never seen that. I've never seen that on television exposed in that way. I was like, wow, okay, this is different. So is it different, good or bad? That's what we're trying to get. And what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's different. It's different. It's different. It's not good. It's great.
So you see this as being a show of masculinity.
50. That's 50 Cent work. That's 50. That's 50 telling y'all that's me. I did that. I'm putting that out there. That's the combat, the thing going on with W.A.G.E, all this transitioning and
Yeah.
identifying as that was a shot. 50 is brilliant. This is what he do. He loves war. That's the part of the art of war. He studied the 48 laws of power. He studied the 33 strategies of war, the art of war. He's a fucking genius himself.
Okay.
That was implemented. It was needed. I feel it was needed. And
Okay.
I think women needed to see that. Y'all been waiting and wanting to see that. Y'all always want to see other women on screen. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
Y'all want that was good.
The other women.
Yeah, that was good for y'all. And it was good for other men that's sort of kind of like Meech. Yeah, it was good for us too.
In what way? Come on, you holding back.
What you mean?
Holding back. Break it down for us. How was that good for you guys? Come on, put it out there. Don't hold back.
Oh. And not only that, he was being safe. Not only that, he was being safe. That was brilliant.
I swear to God, for years I've talked to you and you never cease to amaze me with your other side of the thought process of things. They definitely did go beyond to show that he was wearing a condom. That didn't even occur to me, but you're absolutely right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, you're right.
So that was important. So still, you get to see that, and you get to see the condom hanging off him. And the girl said, that was I kind of said to myself, I said, is that where the fuck he got his name from? Because the girl said, I see why they call you Big Meech. I said,
yeah. I thought is that what she said? Because when she said Big Meech, I said, oh, is that where it came from? I mean, I get that, so I don't know if she actually said it.
He's big now because he's been locked up, but he wasn't a big guy.
Right.
Back then. So I'm saying to myself, damn, is that where the name? That's a question that you gotta ask. Why they call this little yellow mother Big Meech? Is that where it came from? The stripper.
I mean, it seems like
I'm okay myself, and they ain't never called me Big Meek. I might have to change my name.
Hey, Meek, check it out. I don't know if you know the girl that was in the scene with him, but you know, or if you watch Country Wayne has these skits that he's showing. First, he was showing it on Instagram, but then it crossed over. It's on Facebook, but he's banging them out back to back to back. And the young lady that did the scene with Big Meech, she's actually now she's the girlfriend in Country Wayne. So people need to know, because Country Wayne is really setting the bar in terms of creativity. It's almost like a black soap opera. So it's a lot of subplots that's playing out, but everybody he puts in there, they're turning into a star. It's like he's a star maker right now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
People are not paying attention. So if you guys haven't been watching, please tune in. Again, it's Country Wayne. Those come all day, every day. Like tonight, when I go to bed, I'm probably gonna have to catch up probably like 7 or 8 of them. They're like 3, no more longer than 4 minutes long. Good content. And like I said, you'll see them in those skits, and then you'll see them moving on to other shows and things like that. So, you know, he's creating wonderful opportunities. Kudos to him. And you know, just kudos to everybody that's out here writing and creating content and using, like Meek just said, content as a weapon. And I never thought about it like that, because it is a hard push, you know, against masculinity. You know, they call it toxic masculinity, right? There's a push against males right now.
They trying to eradicate us slowly but surely, and they doing it. And they're doing a great job at it. Absolutely. They're doing a great job at it. But
what do you mean? What are some things that you think are occurring that, you know, they're doing a great job at?
Look, just look at Javante Davis. You seen him the other day.
Oh yeah.
Dude got earrings, bags, all type of handbags. Like, what are we doing here? We don't play games like that. Yeah, so they doing a good job. I could go deep into it, but I won't. What I will say is this. In this book, I want guys to get this book. Right?
Why is that? Tell us why do you want guys to get this book?
There's so many things that I wrote in this book that they can take and just, you know how you might steal a few words from Jay-Z, steal a few words from Biggie. They could go in this book and just steal a few words from me and they can change it around, shift it a little bit, and text their girls in the morning or text them at night or text them while they at work. This shit is more powerful. I go back and read it sometimes and I'll be like, damn, I wrote that. And that's where, and that's where it came from. Me just writing while I'm at work, while I'm driving. This wasn't nothing I sat down and just had to think. I was writing this while I was always doing something. And I'm saying, foreplay is important. I remember this girl told me, she said, I laid in the bed with this dude, and he said, He put the condom on, and he looked at me, he said, I'm ready. And she said, what the fuck? That's it? He was supposed to have been making her wet days before that. She was supposed to have been wet
Wow, he
all
used
day.
to days before that.
He could have left. Yeah, he was supposed to have been texting her, writing little scribes, sending her. That's important. If you, words are very important.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this, because I don't watch porn. Do you
I
watch?
don't either. No.
You don't watch porn? If you, the next time, this is what you do. Do this for me. Watch, find it, right? Watch it, and turn the volume all the way down.
Okay.
Then watch it again. No, then don't watch it, but turn the volume all the way up. But don't view it. Just hear it. See which one affects you the most. Which one has the deepest effect on you. You watching it or you hearing it.
Mm.
And that's with anything. The next time you watch a boxing match, turn the volume all the way down. And then watch a boxing match. And I mean, don't watch it, but turn it all the way up where you can hear it and see what affects you the most. Words and hearing work when you speak, words are powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I definitely agree.
Words are powerful. And once when I figured that out, I said, oh, that was like the rise of W.A.G.E. The incept when Facebook first started, maybe 2000, not when it first started, but I'm gonna say 2007, 2008, 2009. Your money didn't matter, your cars didn't matter, your jewelry didn't matter. We had to communicate online now. Oh, it just a lot of guys got excommunicated from that because a lot of men that I seen, they didn't know how to communicate outside of that. I want to buy you this, I want to buy you that, I want to take you here, I want to take you there. They couldn't write. That's what I came at. And I remember the first few things I put up. A girl I went to school with said, What you trying to fuck everybody on Facebook? I said, nah, I ain't trying to fuck nobody. I'm just trying to see the reaction.
Yeah.
It took off. The shit took off. I said, oh, people gotta read now.
Yeah.
That was it. I said, oh, I got something. That was the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be I love this book, and I love you, and I love the fact that you did this book. It's very explicit for me. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I prefer it not to be so raw and in your face. I prefer
That was Michelle. Michelle is a much more. She's raw. She's much more raw than me.
Oh yeah, she's dope. Oh, we gotta bring her on the show too. Me. We gotta.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah, Michelle is. I like to create. You're gonna be confused about a lot of stuff that I write. You can't just figure it out. I do that purposely. I'm always vague. I'm always ambiguous. You have to. You know where I got that from?
Where?
Maxwell. Listening to Maxwell songs are always deeper than what you think. You can't just listen to a lot of his songs and know exactly what he's talking about. He could be talking about one thing, two things, three things. You have to figure it out and tailor it to fit you.
Right.
And that's what I did. That's how I write. I'm not really more so like, I want to put my dick in your pussy type. That's more Michelle. She raw. Me.
Wow. So the woman is okay.
Yeah, the woman is more. I'll do this. I'll send you to the dictionary. So when you look up the word.
Yeah, you definitely are a wordsmith.
Yeah, when you look up the word vagina is going to send you to the word vanilla. Vanilla and vagina is synonymous. It's synonymous. So when you look up the etymology of the word, it means sheath and vanilla. So look it up right now. Google it right now. Look up vanilla and then look up the etymology of the word. It's going to say vagina. So I won't say pussy or vagina. I'll say vanilla. And they would say, what the is like me talking about? You have to go to the dictionary and look up the etymology of these words. The etymology of the word nice. What you think that where you think the word nice come from?
I don't know. I got kicked off just now, but I got right back on. So
Google the word nice and the etymology of the word.
okay, let's give this a try here. Let's
Give
see.
it let me show you something.
So we're Googling the word nice.
Google the word nice.
Okay.
Not the first and the second definition. The etymology of the word, where it comes from.
Okay. What is the true meaning? What is called nice? Okay, it's too much work at this point. It's a better word than nice. It's everything except for the etymology. Let's see here. Agreeable, satisfactory. I mean, we know all of that. Yeah, I don't see the
You don't see it?
the core origin of the word right away.
I'll show you right here. Look, it's gonna take 2 seconds. Watch this.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Watch this.
Yeah, I'm looking. I still don't see it. I'm on Google. What search engine are you using?
Now look, I'm on Google too.
Okay.
You scroll all the way down. I don't know if you can see my phone. You probably can't see it, but it says Latin. The origin is Latin. It means not know, ignorant.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow.
The etymology of the word nice, the origin is Latin, and it means not knowing, ignorant. You ever hear somebody say, damn, I'm too nice. I'm too nice. Yeah, you goofy. Now I'm gonna give you another one.
Okay.
Look up this what you gotta type in. We on Google, we're gonna type in the same thing. Type in spirit. Spirit meaning. And you gotta
ain't doing all this homework.
No, it's not homework. I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna wait, matter of fact.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Nah, this what you do. Go back.
Okay.
This work. This real easy. Type in
Okay, what you got for us? What you got for us?
I got you.
Oh, look, I think we're gonna do these definitions later because we about to run out of time. We got a couple more minutes in the show. We got a couple more minutes left. But
here we go. Here we go.
What did it say? Break it down for us.
So when you type in the word spirit, the etymology of the word again, Latin, and it means to breathe.
Wow, the word nice? Oh, spirit. I'm sorry.
Spirit.
Okay.
Spirit. That's where it comes from. That's the etymology of the word. Breathing. Breathe. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Are important.
No idea. I had no idea.
When you speak, you're casting a spell. Words are very important. It's called spelling. You're casting a spell.
I knew that.
All the time. So be careful.
So what you're saying basically is that you've been casting spells
on
the females.
For women. Exactly. Got it.
So do you think that this is an art form that more men need to start participating in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can't. It's only you only gonna get so far with the bracelet and the trip and the the money. Nah, you can't.
Okay. So what about we're about to land this plane. What about again with this episode? You don't have any qualms at all about men starting to more expose different parts of their body and that potentially becoming a norm on television?
Absolutely not.
And you see this as a way to counteract all the
combat. Absolutely. Yeah, we at war.
What is the war? What's the war?
I ain't trying to offend nobody on your platform.
Well, no. But listen, everybody is entitled to their opinions. Everybody has different beliefs. As long as we move respectful, you can share, what you feel. But I'll say that much. I'll say that the Black masculinity is definitely it's being attacked in a very alarming way. When we talk about books being put into the school systems for kindergartners these days, showing a man giving fellatio with another man, it's like, wow, like kids are so.
No more. It's called the Gay BC. They have a book called the Gay BC.
I saw it. And for those of you who haven't seen it, check it out. You could go on YouTube. I was appalled when I saw that.
It's a lot. So no, I'm not opposed to it. Yes, we need more of it. Yes, y'all gonna be seeing me soon. So yeah, not Big Meat.
So since you're into, becoming a huge author these days, do you think that you're gonna write something, maybe one of these, well, I guess not the gay BCs, but what would your rendition for young people to say? You know what, I really don't like the idea of involving young people in this at all, but what kind of books would you like young people to read?
Young boys just need to know it's a better way to communicate with women than, yo, what's up? I want to you drink, you smoke. It's so much more deeper. Women love words. That's why, but let me not say that, but y'all love words.
Yeah, I'm annoyed that you're holding back. Our conversation is always so organic. Why are you holding back tonight?
Listen. I can't, because I gotta be. I want. No, I'm not saying. I'll call you after this is over and I'll tell you what I was about to say. But
and you're gonna say all the stuff that you should have said on this show.
Women love words. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Men who are Malcolm X was a great orator. Martin Luther King. People are what John F. Kennedy. People are moved by words.
Right.
People got to. So we got to bring that back. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna keep it coming. And if you don't send your girl no little love notes, her work husband gonna do it. If he don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
Wow. Let me ask you this last question, because I had a couple of questions that some people had asked me to ask. I almost forgot. One question was and these questions come from our group W.A.G.E, which is Women Advocating for Gender Equity / Equality. The question is, do you believe Black men are able to be men? Do you believe that society cares about the feelings and the psyche of Black men today? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes and no. Yes, I say yes and no. That's a completely different war that we in right now. Black men are at war with Black women. This gender war is out of control, but it ain't died yet. It seems like it's coming to a close, because I see a lot of women saying, they want to be soft and we in our soft woman era and things like that. But we at war. We at war right now with Black women. The right, y'all being successful, making money, y'all more powerful. And even though it sound good online that women say they just want to submit and give them, it don't work like that. People in power don't relinquish power. You have to overthrow the government. You have to take it. You got to take a woman's power. You got to. You can't. It ain't no rebuilding this shit. The only solution I got, you got to burn this shit down to the ground and start it all over with.
Wow.
All this arguing and debating, and that shit is just to generate money. Every time you go online, it's people talking about relationships. It's men, they have all the answers. Steve Harvey, he made $33 million off of that book. What was that book he had? Think like
a man. Think like a man.
Give a shit about $33 million he made.
But they say he broke the man's code. Do you think he broke the man's code?
Man, he's a sucker. He ain't break no code. Ain't no woman waiting for no 90 days. She got 90 days. What?
You don't wait for 90 days?
For who? For who? For maybe a beta male, not no alpha male. Most alpha males going that night or a few nights after that. Ain't no 90-day rule.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
For that shit never been in no. That was never maybe back in the 90s when it was a little harder for us back then. I remember having a girlfriend for 3 or 4 months. courting her, taking her out. I had to go through. I just wanted to hit her. That's all I wanted to hit her. You take me through. I gotta jump through hula hoops on fire and let me hit. But
Wow.
by now, I really like her.
So let me ask you a question. Does that constitute a alpha male because they want to hit, and if they don't want to hit the first night,
No. Beta males want to do it too, but they can't. They're not. You have to be. It's not just. These are the men that's usually in the top 20%. So you got four different type of men. Women got to understand this. Women, please understand this. It's 4 different type of men. And the one that most women want, they're called, and I have a clothing company, Galore Clothing. And on this one particular shirt I have, it says Masters of the Universe. Those are the men who I ain't even want to say they're in the top. They out of this world. They normally tall, over 6 feet, attractive, muscular, make 6, 7 figures. They can have any woman they want. These are the men that most women want.
Yeah.
They do, but they end up fucking with the bottom 80% of men that's available. But those not the men that they want. Those are men that they settle for. When you got an alpha male and you got an alpha male with beta traits. That's more so me. Alpha male with the beta traits is the guy who is powerful. You'll know alpha male because he always want to be in business for himself. He's attractive he has mass appeal to a lot of different women.
Okay.
But he's just not somebody you want to sex. They go to the movie. They spend a lot of non-sexual time, attention, and companionship with women, as opposed to a true alpha male. He just want sexual companionship with a woman. That's it. Ain't no non-sexual attention, companionship, and affection. That's it. The alpha males. That's it. So
interesting.
We're not watching no Netflix. I'm not making no pancakes.
So wait a minute. So the relationship is just totally based on
those are the true alpha males. Those are the women. Those are like I ain't gonna say strippers, but those are like the guys who women, and y'all know y'all got the guys that y'all call. Y'all don't need them for nothing else. They just do that. That's it. Those are the true alphas. But then you have the alphas with the beta traits. Go women and men. Go get a book. It's a book. Matter of fact, go look up this author. He just passed away not too long ago. His name is Alan Roger Curry. He breaks all of this shit down.
What's that last name?
Curry. His name. Remember the guy that just passed away, Kevin Samuels?
Yeah.
This is where he got most of his stuff from. Alan Roger Curry.
Okay.
Author of several different books. He'll give you a complete breakdown on all of this stuff y'all need to know. And it's advantageous for y'all to know these things instead of saying.
So these men who get called and they are masculine and they come and hit, are these men getting married?
Some of them. Yeah, some of them do get married. Some of the true alpha males do take it down. Yeah, but they ain't got the time and the energy no more. So they probably be about your age.
But the true alpha males?
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. And this guy Alan Roger Curry, he's talking about that.
Oh, he has books on this.
Oh, well, we need to check him out. Listen, can we bring you back again? I would love for you to.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love for you to come back because it just wasn't enough time to get it all in that I wanted to get in tonight because there were a few other questions, but last but not least, somebody asked this question and I wrote it down for them. They said, is staying in I think we talked about this earlier. Is staying in different bedrooms, and this is the last question, and I gotta bring this down. Is staying in different bedrooms, what is this? Is that cheating? Is that cheating if the other person steps out?
What they mean? What they?
They're saying like if the other person steps out, is that cheating? Like I'm assuming they're saying if like this couple is obviously they sleep in different bedrooms. They're together, but they sleep in different bedrooms.
Oh,
So
oh no, absolutely not.
I can't imagine that.
Nah,
Like,
absolutely not. What you? Why not?
why are we sleeping in different bedrooms? We don't need to be sleeping in the same house if that's the case, if we're stepping out. But what do you say? They want to know, and they're on this thing too. They want to know, is that considered cheating?
That's just a mindset. That's a program. That's not. I remember when I was growing up, I was watching the honeymooners. They didn't sleep in the same bed. They slept in different rooms.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone in a different bed.
yeah.
What's wrong with giving people their space? I want to miss you. I need to miss you. That's good for my sanity. If I don't miss you, I don't want you. And that sound better. That sound a lot better. Somebody telling you I miss you than damn, why you keep coming over here? Damn, you came again. No, I want you to miss.
See, Meek, this is why we're friends, because I love how you think, even though I don't really be agreeing with this, but
No, because it's not you, it's me. This is me. This is me. This is who I've become.
and we
My,
love you for
through
being
my
you, Meek.
experience.
We love you for being you.
Oh,
We love you. And a few people said congratulations in the comment section. I wanted you guys to plug in some more questions, but I know we got started an hour late. So I'm going to start to bring this to a close. But Meek, see if you could squeeze in your schedule to come back, even if it's not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after next. Matter of fact, April is poetry month, right? That's when we get into all our poetry and everything. So I want you to come back in the beginning of April if you can. Try to see if you can fit it in your schedule. Because I have somebody who I want to be on a show Wednesday to close out as a women's history month, closing type of share. So I just thank you again for coming on the show tonight. And if any ladies have any questions, you still
thank
could plug
you.
them in.
I'll be a guest on your show any goddamn day.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
So until next time, guys, when we come back on to Wage, we want to just, we want to hear from other authors in our community too. I said this before. Newark has no shortage of people who are doing a yeoman's job, at least in my generation. Many of you may know Samad Davis. He has a movie right now showing on Netflix. Absolutely incredible. I just left from a private movie screening for W.A.G.E. And one thing that I took away from listening to Akbar tonight, because it was his birthday, so he actually called on the phone. His son had the phone to the mic so that we can all hear it.
Wow.
The only person I got a chance to hear that was in jail that sounded that powerful and strong was Mumia. I will never forget, Mumia made a phone call from jail, and any man who is that type of power that can come through a phone, from a mic on a phone, and just touch your soul and grab your soul. Again, like Meek was talking about words.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I read his book 20 years ago.
Yo, bring it.
Yeah.
And that masculinity, they have orchestrated mass incarceration to rip the masculinity from our communities. And I agree with that Meek said.
Oh,
It is in danger. They're trying to make that something that is extinct. And if that is really what 50 Cent was doing, shout out to him.
oh,
Shout out to him. Because I think everybody has a right to have their voice and opinion. And I always say, it goes sometimes from fighting for your rights to you becoming a bully. And nobody should bully and send into obscurity other people's opinions. People have a right, as long as they, share their opinions respectfully. You can't, take that away from people. So, Meek, is there any last thing? If you had one thing to say to young boys today, and then I'm going to go to young girls next, and then we're going to close out the show. What would be the one message you would like to send to our young boys as youth today?
I think where I kind of went, I wouldn't even say where I went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I was a product of, this is all post crack era.
Right.
That had to do with how we dealt with each other. before the crack, before it was 16 and 17-year-olds getting all this money and making all this money, and our communities deteriorated, and our women deteriorated, and our fathers went to jail. It was a whole lot more love in our communities. It was we
Right.
loved each other. I loved my girlfriends when I was younger. I remember not even wanting to cheat on my girlfriends when I was younger. Money,
Right.
money and drugs changed our communities completely. That had a lot to do with how we dealt with each other and how women started to perceive men and them wanting. I remember feeling that the need to compete with other men that was in the street and that was selling drugs and get money to to be attractive to a girl that normally all I had to do was just ask her, to go out with me, and she would say,
Right.
"But now, you ain't getting money. So and so is getting money. We the same age. We 13."
So, what would your message be to the young people?
My message for young
To
boys,
the guys, to the guys.
to the guys, just think for yourself. That's
Okay.
always think for yourself. Do not allow your friends to influence you.
Yeah.
Think for yourself. That is very important. Think it free. Free thinking is important. Think of
I agree. I agree. Hold on. Last question for the evening. Again, it's Women's Month. What message would you like to lend to women? Because I saw somebody said something on here.
hey, say man.
Wait a minute. It was real quick. They said that it was something that somebody said. I just wanted you to comment on that, and then we're gonna bring it to a close. Opinions and something.
Women,
Oh, how to get men to communicate but then they stop there. So, with that, like, what would you, I don't know what they were going to say. They stopped right there. How would you get men to communicate? What is something that one bit of advice you would give to women during Women's Month pertaining to men or whatever?
try to get back to nakedness. Nakedness and darkness. Mhm. You understand what I mean by that?
I do not. I can't wait to hear.
Women have to take, we have to take these masks off. We have to take the mask off. We want to see y'all in nakedness, in darkness. Who are you in nakedness and in darkness?
Do you mean nakedness in its literal sense of the word?
Yes, take the mask off. Everything.
What's the
Everything.
mask? Now that's metaphoric, right? To clothes.
Take off everything. Everything that don't belong to you, take it the fuck off.
Lord have mercy.
Everything you wasn't born with, take it the fuck off.
Okay, so you ladies heard it here first.
Yeah.
Get back to nakedness, right? Me in darkness.
Yeah, that's what we want to see y'all at.
How you gonna see him in the dark, me?
Oh man, it's light. It's light in the dark. It's a lot of light in the dark. Trust me, you're gonna see him. Trust me. That's what a lot of men want to communicate. They want to see women in their natural state, in their most natural element. If you can't get on, if you got,
what do you mean by natural? Are you talking about hair weaves, or are you talking about what are you talking about exactly?
Talking about physically, emotionally, psychologically. You
Ah,
have to become naked. You have to, and that's here. So a lot of that shit you have to reprogram yourself. That's a program.
you gotta unlearn the.
You gotta unlearn
Yeah.
a lot. When you start unlearning shit, a lot of shit gonna start to come off you. You're gonna
I
feel
love it. I
lighter.
love it.
They be walking around thinking we 50 pounds of fat. No, it's 50 pounds of stupid. That should come off you. Oh, you're gonna look so beautiful. That's it.
Aw. Okay, guys. So listen, words of wisdom. Lamit Gray, Arthur. Listen, we're so happy to have had you on our show tonight. Penny says she loves the hair. Thank you so much, Penny. I appreciate it. Van says peace to me. Okay. And listen, guys,
Man,
we're gonna bring me back.
Nah, me and Van went to East Side together. That was my.
Oh,
That was
okay.
my, oh yeah, Van was
Hey,
yeah.
let me tell you how I met Van real quick. Van was in IHOP one day. I didn't know who he was. He was in, I think, with his grandson, and he was doing such a good job. I thought he's being a dad. I was like, yo, I don't
Yeah,
see this so much. This
yeah,
is beautiful, and
yeah.
they don't talk about it. The statistics show
I mean,
that Black men are showing up for their children more than any other culture right now. And men need to know that, right? Because I caught him doing that. So that's how I met him. Listen, but you guys, thank you for joining us tonight. And until next time, when we come on the
everybody,
show, go ahead,
don't
me.
get that Unicorn Love book
Yes, and tell them once more, plug it in where they can get it from.
on Amazon, on Amazon, on Amazon. La Me Gray on Facebook, _ Libra Universe on Instagram. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Check it
and
out, guys.
Once in the Blue Rose is coming soon. And ladies, oh yeah, don't be. Some of y'all gonna be in that book.
Uh-oh, y'all. I hope it ain't like that movie that happened on 16th Avenue back in the day.
All right, I'm out. It's time for